Hello. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Cryorig H7 CPU Cooler. Universal for both AMD and Intel, depending on what you're using in your system. It is a 120mm heatsink. It supports 120mm fans. Box is a little torn from opening it earlier, but good deal. Yeah. It is a fairly large cooler. Now this has actually been designed for compatibility with higher RAM. Actually, if you take a look at it, they have the heat pipes bent back a little bit, so it actually sits a little bit farther away from the CPU socket, or from the RAM slots, not socket. But anyway, nice looking CPU cooler. We'll get to the rest of that in a second. Take a look at your documentation for everything. You have a universal backplate, so you got all your screws, spacers, whatnot for that. And what else is in here? You have extra set of fan clips if you want to have another 120mm fan mounted on the back. You can totally do that. And you get a tube of thermal compounds. I always like seeing that because this stuff always is nice to have lying around. And it is, they call it high density cryo paste. I'm not sure if this is ceramic based or if this is silver based. But who knows? Judging from the look of it, it might be ceramic. Anyway, we'll put that inside the case for the time being. There is nothing else in the box. Packaging is pretty basic. So let's take a closer look at the CPU cooler. So you have, 120mm fan. It's like a pretty decent quality fan too. You have a very thick heatsink. I had looked at the Cooler Master 212 Evo and the 212 Plus as options for this upcoming build for my friend. And then I stumbled across this thing, and I feel like this one's the better option to go with. So, let's go ahead and unwind the, and get this thing removed off of there. You get a nice braided cable for the fan. It's always nice to see that. And your mounting system is already actually pre-attached for you. All you need to do is put the backplate and the standoffs on. So, that's always nice to see. Personally, I've never actually used this cooler. That looks to be the Intel position. I guess AMD is, there you go, AMD position. So, if you're running this on an AMD platform, you'll have this in this position. If you're running it on Intel, you will squeeze these into the other position. A little bit of resistance here. There you go. But yeah, the Cryorig H7, a decent CPU cooler. You get a nice view of when it's in the case like this. You get this nice little cover plate on top of it. Made of plastic, but no big deal. I mean, it still looks nicer than just having the bare metal exposed. It does have three 6mm copper heat pipes that are nickel plated, going to a copper base plate that is also nickel plated. They've done a lot of nickel plating on this, which I think it looks nice. The color scheme's pretty nice as well. You get, white and black fan, of course, and then it's black and silver around, so they should work well in a lot of computer builds. I do like to see that they include fan clips for extra fan mounts. But yeah, that has been my overview of the Cryorig H7 Universal CPU Cooler. Until next time.